this is a mismatch, but the game is played on the floor.
I see where you're going with that, BA, but I look at the talent disparity between these teams. It's wide and deep. It's a chasm. So I see no opportunity for any kind of surprise here.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Philadelphia 76ers. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. Then there's George. And it's Grimes in at the two-guard position. Here's Grimes. Back to Maxey. Screen by Embiid. Just 5 to shoot. Over Mobley. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
Mitchell's shot is good.
And standing just 6'1", amazing how effective Mitchell is attacking the paint.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk with Kenny Atkinson for a minute, and the conversation quickly turned to Embiid. Coach said we know he can be unstoppable, but we're hoping to slow him down just a little. Double teams might be a part of that, but I don't want to give away all of our tricks, so it sounds like Joel can expect a lot of defensive pressure tonight.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. And so it's Cleveland with it. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. Mitchell misses. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. And you watch Tyrese Maxey, Clark. He's so good at creating offense.
Yeah, he can get that thing rack to rack and downhill in a heartbeat, BA. In the break and in the pick and roll, he puts tons of pressure on the defense because he's so quick. And he knows how to use angles, too. And he can shoot it from deep, so he's got the full package.
Now here's Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Back to Maxey. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, BA. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
So they take the lead. Mitchell's got 7 points.
Mitchell has everything, including that three-point shot.
Maxey against Mitchell. To the middle. Here's Grimes. And the foul on DeAndre Hunter. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. From 6 feet away, and the finish by George.
Much respect there for George because the concentration and focus didn't let the defense bother that shot.
The three from Mitchell. Paul George pulls down the board. The Sixers leading. Up top, Maxey. Guarded by Okoro. Maxey passes to George. 6 on the shot clock. No good on the triple.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Allen, the pass to Mitchell. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Paul George.
What you love about Mitchell, he plays with energy, explosiveness, and courage.
And we know Donovan Mitchell is a superb scorer. But Grant, what do you think he's focused on at this point of his career?
Well, BA, it's all about championships for him. This is a guy that doesn't just want to be seen as an elite player. He really wants to compete for titles, too.
Here's Embiid. The kick out to Maxey. Pass to Drummond. Embiid, a screen on Allen. Here's Drummond. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. And it's Mitchell penetrating. Embiid passes to Maxey. To the inside. Now Embiid fires for three. He drops it from range. Embiid's got 5 now.
And Embiid does have this range. I mean, it's something the defense has to respect.
Oh, and Mitchell powers it home.
Yeah, and Mitchell is so confident with the ball in his hands. I mean, you gotta love his tenacity.
Here's Maxey. He got a piece of it. Outside Mitchell. Down low. Oh, stolen by Embiid. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. And Drummond with the jam.
You know, Drummond always looks like he's trying to tear the basket down when he dunks.
Mobley on a screen. From deep, Mitchell. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Right side, Maxey. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. Sixers ahead. They're up by 4. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Philadelphia.
Well, the effort they've shown on defense has been infectious. Everyone on this team continuing to jump at opportunities to come away with steals.
One other factor today, points off turnovers. I mean, let's see if they can keep up the pressure, capitalize off more forced miscues.
Taking a look at Philadelphia. We've got Maxey, Paul George out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Andre Drummond, and it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. Now here's Hunter. No points so far. Mitchell, the pass to Hunter. Shot clock at 6. From deep, Mobley. Drummond grabs the miss. The Sixers lead by 4. Fast break, Philadelphia. Embiid doing it all himself.
Boy, that's how you execute in transition, guys. Embiid realizing an opportunity and then jumping all over it.
Grant, the Cavs making the playoffs the last 2 years. A big deal in Cleveland.
Well, outside of years with LeBron on the roster, they hadn't made the postseason since 1998. But this group of Cavaliers are making their own history now.
Now here's Okoro. Misses the 3.
We know how good a shooter he is, and frustrating for him when he's not able to knock down that kind of wide-open look.
Here's Maxey. Hits it. Now 2 of 6 from the field.
That's where Maxey's at his best. He wants to get the ball inside.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
And it's Mitchell. The miss.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
Now here's Drummond. They lead by 8. Biggest lead of the game. Pass to Grimes. From deep. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got his 4th rebound in this one. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Paul George spent some time talking about his idol. He said, the person who motivated me as a kid was Kobe Bryant. Growing up in Southern California, watching him every day, I wanted to emulate him. I attacked the game the same way he did, trying to work on every deficiency, play both ends, and be a competitor.
His impact lives on, Allie. Now here's Maxey. Give him 8. Hitting his 3rd shot in 7 looks.
Boy, the defense was looking for something different there. Maxey kept it himself off the pick that time.
Now here's Mitchell. He's guarded closely. To get back on track. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 4 rebounds now.
2 minutes.
Outside Maxey, driving to the basket. Pass to George. Over Hunter. Drummond finds Maxey. Drummond with the screen. And it's Maxey missing. And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for the Cavaliers. Still looking for their first basket since the first quarter. 1:25 left to play in the half. Here's Mobley. Cleveland again missing. Philadelphia leading by 10. Here's Maxey. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Tyrese Maxey, a really talented and explosive scorer. He can fill it up in a hurry.
Now here's Mitchell. He's got 11. Off target with the three.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Now here's Maxey. Drummond to screen on Hunter. Here's Maxey. It falls. 5 for 11 in the game.
That's been the story of their offense so far, getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Now here's Mitchell. He's covered closely. Inside, looking to win the run. And they blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance at another one at the stripe.
Not to be denied there. Allen playing hard. A little contact, not going to bother.
Despite Joel Embiid missing more than half of their games, Grant, the Sixers still won 47 games last season.
Yeah, B.A., and lots of credit goes to Tyrese Maxey, averaging over 26 points a game. Philadelphia also had some good depth, and that really helped. Almost too wide open there. That's like a warm-up jumper for him.
Mobley passes to Allen. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's going to go on Tyrese Maxey.
And, you know, when Allen gets this position, the defense is in trouble, which in turn forces them to commit the foul.
So both free throws good from Allen. Here's Butler. Here's McCain. They set the screen. There's the triple. What a performance for Tyrese Maxey. He has been the story for Philadelphia. 8 points in the quarter. All right, good stuff, Allie. And we'll get back to the action at the start of the third quarter. And we played through the first half. Plenty of basketball left in this one. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of it.
We've got Green. Chuma Okeke is out there with Tristan Thompson. Then it's Darius Garland. And it's Strus in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavs. Yep, that one goes.
Inside, Garland outplays his size, using speed and agility to get it done.
Here he goes. And a two-handed jam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Here's Garland. Outside Strus. Shot is good. Off the back rim and in.
Boy, he could have taken himself, but he went from good, better to best in getting the shot for his teammate.
Butler taking his time here. And this is a star-driven league. But talk about the importance of role players, Grant.
Oh, B.A., a lot of times they're the ones who carry the day. You know what you'll get from your stars, but when the X factor ignites, that could make the difference.
Another miss by Garland. Philadelphia leading by 11. Here's Bona, and he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
And this guy, to me, embodies determination. Small at his position, but he still gets up and keeps plays alive. That's mind over matter for sure.
Garland up top from the high post. Another miss by Garland. The 76ers have gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. Thompson pulls it in. Here's a Kiki. Still no points. Unloads. McCain's shot is off. The Cavaliers trail by 13. There's a screen by Okiki. Here's Thompson. Pass to Strus. Outside Garland. Back to Strus. Just 4 to shoot. And here is Thompson. Butler covering. And that one's good. Thompson.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Butler with the ball. And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Butler's got 6 points in the quarter.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
Yeah, you know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Garland against Butler. Garland, the pass to Thompson. The steal. Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's McCain. Good, and Butler gets the assist. McCain's got his first basket.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
And the shot is good by Garland.
And the combination of his speed, passing, and shot-making ability make Garland one of the toughest pick-and-roll covers in the league.
And Clark, this last summer, former Sixer Doug Collins inducted into the Basketball Hall of Fame.
Yeah, well-deserved honor for Doug. I mean, he's Philly's former #1 overall pick back in 1973, and he played almost a decade there for the Sixers. Also coached the Sixers, among many other teams that he had a chance to coach in the NBA, but clearly an NBA lifer and one of the best guys that's part of the NBA fraternity.
It's another 3 for Cleveland.
Rise and fire. I just love how assertive Garland is on offense.
There's 38 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Butler. And yep, it's good. Butler's got 8. Cavaliers trail by 11. And it's Garland on the drive. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well, if you give Garland even the slightest lane, you can be sure that he's going to take it right to the rim.
They set a pick to the inside. Ooh, they pick off the pass. Outside, Green. Garland feeling it out a bit. Over Butler.
Chuma or Kiki takes first. Substitution on the court.
Just 4 seconds left in the third. The 3, George. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Joel Embiid is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Paul George. Then it's Maxey. And it's Grimes in a 2-guard. Outside Mitchell. To the paint. Here's Mobley. And it's blocked by Embiid.
Don't test Embiid now. An impact defensive player is what he is.
Here's Grimes. The kick out to Maxey. Gets the 3 ball to go. Maxey's got 19 points.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, especially with the score being what it is. I mean, you got to tighten it up on D.
Here's Allen. Goes back up. And that's 2 points on the layup.
Good touch inside. I mean, Allen does have a nice looking shot, but he's really at home near the hoop.
Here's Maxey. An easy 2 on the layup. Maxey's got 7 points for the quarter.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Mobley on a screen. Mitchell with room to shoot. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Drummond's got his 6th rebound on the night. Embiid a screen on Hunter. Maxey passes to Embiid. From behind the arc. Is rebounded by Okoro. The Cavaliers trail by 14. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Mitchell, the pass to Allen. Outside for Mitchell. There's the 3. Mitchell, bullseye from distance.
And normally Mitchell wants his shot head on. But you give him the corner, and he will adapt.
Allen finds Mitchell. Back to Allen. Mitchell against Drummond. Down low. That's good from Allen on the assist by Mitchell.
It's not easy to work the ball inside of this league, but they've done it all night.
Philadelphia leading by 9. Here's George. Oh, that was something else, man. Wow.
Showing some power.
And you know what? For me, these dunks show exactly how great an athlete George is. I mean, sometimes you're surprised that the basket doesn't come down with the force he punches it with.
Remaining in the game.
Pass to Okoro. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Mitchell. Can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Maxey attacking. It's stolen by Hunter. The 3 from Mitchell. Again, the miss by Mitchell.
He hasn't been able to find his touch this quarter.
To me, it appears he's starting to lose his composure a little bit. We'll see if he can regroup and get back into a better rhythm.
The Cavaliers trail by 13. On the wing, Mitchell. And here's Hunter from the arc. Drills it from deep. Hunter's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Boy, it's been a 3-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Cleveland foul. Donovan Mitchell.
A chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
Yeah, another thing, this offense came in aggressive, driving into the lane, forcing the defense to try to adjust. So far, the defense hasn't had enough of an answer.
Mitchell, the pass to Hunter. 6 on the shot clock. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. And it's Mitchell, the miss.
At this point, I'm not sure if it's the play calling or the player himself. A great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
The 3 from Okoro. The rebound by Maxey. And Philadelphia has possession. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Pass to Embiid. Now George, guarded by Okoro. Here's Grimes, clock at 4. A deep 3. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. And the 76ers lead by 15. And here's Mitchell. So no problem for Philadelphia as they get the win. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that.
Thank you for coming out.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For
but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and the devil in your
There's a bit of an old school feel to it, doesn't it? These teams love to run things down low.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a matchup, Kevin. A little bit of bully ball, you could say. Having a center you can run your offense through makes the rest of your offense that much better.
Let's check out Indiana's starting lineup. Siakam is the 4, and he'll be next to Turner at the 5. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with Nesmith, and it's Toppin in at the 3. And Mobley throws it down.
Not a long way up for Mobley, but he rises to the rim for the finish.
Halliburton feeling it out a bit. Out to the right wing. Hunter against Toppin. Back to Halliburton. 5 to shoot. Over Mitchell. Halliburton, that's good.
High IQ play by Halliburton, breaking down the defense with a pick and creating for himself.
And Greg, we know the Pacers have to improve defensively, but where do they start?
Candidly, Kevin, I feel like they're too soft. Giving up offensive rebounds, cheap fouls, they've got to be tougher mentally and physically, especially on the interior.
Now, here is Halliburton, following the miss by Donovan Mitchell.
The balance and focus. Halliburton able to power through contact and convert.
Seems like every time, Greg, we see Tyrese Halliburton, he's wearing a big smile on his face.
Talk about a guy who just loves this game. Halliburton is such an enthusiastic player, and that positive attitude really infects his entire team.
Now, here's Mitchell. To the inside, Mobley uses the glass to finish the layup.
Well run play, and Mitchell puts it in the perfect spot.
Now we'll go to David Aldridge, who had a chance to talk with head coach Kenny Atkinson.
Now, in talking about Tyrese Halliburton, I wanted to know about the strategy for him out there. Coach said Halliburton is so quick and such a deft ball handler. I think it just comes down to keeping up with him, matching his pace, not letting him get one step ahead. So that's the game plan. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And here is Mitchell. After Miles Turner was able to get the triple. And it's Mitchell missing. Here's Nesmith. Hunter grabs the miss. Cavaliers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Here's Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
I see you, Mr. Mitchell. Now look, for a 6'1" guard, this man can absolutely fly.
Pass to Siakam. Halliburton against Mitchell. Nice move. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now, here's Mitchell. How about 3 minutes? Oh, look out! Look out!
Okay, I see you. Oh, he's had that move saved up for a minute. You can tell with that smile on his face, Mitchell making the most of that opportunity.
Here's Halliburton. 8 points for him. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
And the defense was right on him there. Nice contest.
For 3, Mitchell buries it from 3-point range. Mitchell's got 7.
Hitting that shot helps loosen the driving lanes a little, and we know Mitchell only needs a crack of daylight.
Mitchell against Halliburton. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Mobley kicks to Mitchell. 59 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Allen, lead pass was put in just the right spot.
So much reach. Allen using that wingspan to his advantage.
Now Toppin. No scoring in this one. Siakam sets a screen for Toppin. Will it go? He takes it up and lays it in.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
We've got 33 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Mitchell passes to Allen. And slam dunk by Allen.
And this is why you feed the big fella Allen on the inside. With his size, he is a major threat anywhere around that hoop.
Halliburton drives in. And the shot goes in. 10 points for him.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Mitchell looking it over. No good from 18.
Now, I understand that shot didn't go down, but they will take that look every trip down the floor.
It's the end of the first with a tie game here. And already these offenses are clicking. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. What stands out to you from the Cavaliers in this one?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Isaac Okoro out there with Donovan Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now.
And those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten here in the first half.
And Greg, the Cavaliers in recent years establishing a defensive identity.
They do a great job of locking down the paint, Kevin, forcing teams to shoot over the top and just vacuuming up those misses.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, Pascal Siakam is nominally a power forward, but his versatility at both ends of the floor allows him to play a number of roles. Siakam says that's where the NBA has been going. It's always positionless basketball. I feel like I can do anything. And in today's game, Kevin, that means tremendous value for Siakam. Back to you.
Doesn't it? My goodness, David, he is something else. Thank you very much. And so here is Indiana, following the score by Cleveland.
And once Halliburton hits his stride, there's just very little you can do defensively, proving how dominant he can be.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 7. Lays it up and banks it in. Mitchell's got 9 points.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Halliburton outside. Now, here's Neesmith. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Cavaliers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. And here's Mitchell from the arc. And that one is off.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Here's Toppin. And then Toppin with the jam.
Oh, he got fancy with that one.
Yeah, maybe trying to give them the momentum boost they need to break this game open. Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 9. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. Swiped away. Now the Pacers moving it up. Here's Neesmith. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. Inside, here's Allen. Excellent defense there from Halliburton. Indiana leading. Toppin finds Halliburton.
In the first half. 2 minutes.
1:56 left to play here in the half. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Richard, we've seen how far basketball has evolved from 10 years ago to 5 years ago to now. What is it looking like when you go ahead 5 or 10 years?
I think in 5 to 10 years, we're going to see more and more centers that are just so skilled. Taller players, more Kevin Durant's. You're going to see more Wemby's. You're going to see more Chet Holmgrens because they're not just putting the tall guy underneath the basket. They're giving him the ball and teaching him how to run pick and roll now.
Here's Turner following the basket by Donovan Mitchell. Takes it out to Siakam. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Siakam's got the lead up to 6 now for the Pacers. Mitchell outside. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Richard, something amazing about Donovan Mitchell. He averages over 20 points per game every single season.
Yeah, he is just a natural, talented scorer. He beats you in so many different ways. What I like most about his numbers, they go up in the postseason.
Now, here's Siakam. 54 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Toppin. Now, Nesmith. Just 5 to shoot. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Pacers lead by 6.
Effort points by Turner, working hard inside, getting rewarded with some points.
Mitchell dishes to Allen. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. And it's 6 points for Allen.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Pacers shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. First one falls for him.
Obi Toppin taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Toppin. 19 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Mitchell outside. Pass to Allen. Mobley outside. Back to Allen. Up again. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Indiana out in front, up by 4. Time now for the halftime break, with the 3rd quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Tyrese Halliburton has been sensational.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Here's who Rick Carlisle is starting the second half with. The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Thomas Bryant is out there with Walker. And it's Shepard in at the point guard. Here's Jerome. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Okeke.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Takes it inside. And a wide open look for Mathurin. And his first shot of the game, no good. Cavaliers shooting 65%, an outstanding offensive display from them. Thompson misses. Pacers leading by 4. Goes in for the dunk.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
The Pacers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Walker with a screen for Shepard. Goes up on the high post. That one falls. And now an 8-point Pacer lead.
That's more than enough space for him to get that shot up.
Just over a minute and a half have passed here in the 3rd quarter. Jerome. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the Pacers. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game. Outside Mathurin for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Mathurin's got his first 3 points of the game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Jerome pass to Thompson. Here's Okiki to end the run. A second chance effort, and it's laid up and in by Thompson.
Yeah, this is where Thompson wants to do his scoring, close in the paint.
Indiana leading by 9. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. A shot by Nembhard, no good.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
So, Richard, when you look at Max Strus, what does he provide for this team?
Well, one, he's battle-tested, Kevin. He's a fearless shooter, and he's a guy that can get on a roll and hit clutch shots.
Now, here's Strus. Still yet to score. Pass to Thompson. Outside, Green. Back to Thompson. Nice D from Bryant.
I thought he had that all sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
The Pacers shooting their 5th attempt at the line in the game. Pacers leading by 10. Shepard, the pass to Walker. Shepard with the ball. Back to Walker. From deep three-point land. Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Here's Jerome. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Here's Nembhard. 55 seconds left in the third. Six on the shot clock. He takes it in. And here's Walker outside. It's rebounded by Cleveland. And here's Strus. He has yet to score. Buries it from three-point range.
And it seems as if someone got their signals crossed if he can wind up that open from three-point range. I'm sure that was not a part of the game plan.
Nembhard finds Bryant. And takes that one up and powers it through.
And one of the better athletes in his draft class, Mathurin, with quick lift off the floor and then the power to hammer it home.
Got it off in time. Oh, and he got it to fall.
And they get it to double digits just as we get set.
And so it's the Indiana Pacers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And we'll be back with you shortly. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
He'll be proud of that one. Bigs love when their passing skills are noticed.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Isaac Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Turner with a screen on Mitchell. Out to Turner. Drives to the hoop. And it's Turner finishing it off.
And showing he can take it to the cup. Turner with a little burst of speed down the lane.
Mitchell outside. Good on the three-point shot.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You got to show some fire and keep defending.
Halliburton with it, and Allen picks him up defensively. Allen against Halliburton. Indiana moving it around. Here's Turner, and the shot goes down. Turner's got 4 points this quarter.
A big like Turner, just using that height inside, it's almost a lost art.
For three, Mitchell. Mobley dishes to Allen. Mitchell outside. Drills it from outside. Mitchell's got 19 points.
Perfect use of the pick and roll, and Mitchell just taking what the defense gives him.
There's a screen by Toppin, and he's going up for the alley-oop, and stolen by Hunter. Mitchell kicks to Hunter. Okoro with it. Puts it up. Second shot opportunity. Counted, and the Pacer lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Allen. Indiana's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Now, here's Nesmith. He's tightly guarded and stolen by Hunter. Lets it go from deep. And the rebound goes to the Pacers. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. The shot's good from Halliburton.
And Halliburton not afraid to work for it on offense, taking the contact and still getting the finish.
Mitchell up top. Nesmith covering. That's in, and the Pacer lead is cut down to 6. That one coming from Mobley.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Mitchell against Halliburton. Over in the corner, Turner. Halliburton outside. Clock at 6. Siakam on the foul. And the Pacers lead by 8.
And watch Siakam just spring up for those offensive boards. Athletic ability gets him to the ball so fast. You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Toppin inside. Allen defending. And Toppin throws it down.
Oh, how about using the rim to get some true hang time?
You know, he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the takeoff. And here's Mitchell from the arc. The rebound by Turner. Pacers leading by 10.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for Indiana.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys. And looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Tyrese Halliburton.
I think people could learn a lot from how versatile he was in this one. Whatever the situation was, he found a way to be a difference maker. I couldn't hit them all, and they need every point they can get.
Pass to Nesmith. And the three off target. And it's Mitchell with the ball for Cleveland. They trail by 11. In the corner, Okoro with it. Allen with the screen for Okoro. Allen with it. Mitchell outside. Allen a screen on Siakam. Mitchell's shot is good. And so it's Indiana with it. Guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
So it's Indiana picking up the win. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, any
slow-paced basketball, you've come to the wrong place. These teams love to run.
Oh, they love to run. I mean, these teams score a great deal of transition baskets. They want to use their speed, their quickness, and attack the defense before it gets set.
And now the Indiana Pacers starters. Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Tyrese Halliburton is out there with Aaron Nesmith. And it's Toppin in at the 3. Now here's Maxey. And the layup falls.
Oh, a high motor in close to the rim. Maxey finding a window and converting.
Halliburton surveys the floor. Siakam outside. Down it goes, and a great assist by Halliburton.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Turner against Maxey.
Philadelphia foul. Quentin Grimes. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Nesmith. Here's the 3. The rebound by Embiid.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Out of bounds. It'll be Sixers ball.
Philadelphia ball.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's Maxey. Off the left rim and out. Indiana's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. The definition of a stretch 5, Doris. Miles Turner. He's led the league in blocks, and he can hit a 3.
It's such a valuable asset for this basketball team. When Turner is on the floor, you've got to be aware of where he is in range, and then Miles is going to protect the rim with the absolute best of them. Well, how about the ability to get that defender to bite on the pump fake? Turner's so effective at getting guys to commit.
One thing about the Pacers, Doris, they can flat out score the basketball.
It is incredible to me, B.A., how infrequently the ball sticks. They play fast, whether in transition or in the half court. They make defenses work.
Now here's Maxey. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other. This guy can do so much for you on the offensive end, and that is why his number gets called time and time again.
To the middle. Stolen by Siakam. Here's Turner. Rebound by Philadelphia.
Well, defensively, if you allow him to get this close, you're playing with fire. He just happened to miss that one.
And the foul on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team.
Here's Maxey. Pass to Embiid. 6 to shoot. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. The Pacers have gone 2 for 5 here in the first. They set the pick. Halliburton, the pass to Nesmith. For 3, Maxey. Kept alive. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It goes on Obi Toppin.
Well, you have to respect the career of Paul George. He has faced at one point a career-ending injury. He keeps battling to get back on the floor through constant injury.
Well, Grant, you often hear about how smooth Paul George's game is.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Young players can learn a lot by watching his footwork. His timing, his ability to find the space he needs, it's just tremendous.
And there's 1:45 left in the first quarter of the game. Right side Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Shot clock at 5. Into the lane. Drummond passes to Maxey. Shoots over Nesmith, and he gets it to go off the front iron. Maxi's got 6.
He deked the defenders there, and they thought Maxey was going to dish to a big, but instead, he kept it and scored.
Here's Halliburton. Softly drops in the floater. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
George outside. There's 48 seconds left in the first quarter. The kick out to Maxey. From deep. Maxey on the wing. 3-pointer. That one falls. Coming off a drum and feed. 9 points in the game.
And just so good at playing at high speed. Maxey gets the ball and takes the fast shot.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Toppin. And oh, he just slams it over Paul George.
My goodness, Toppin puts on a show. What a special dunker this guy is.
Outside Maxey. Oh, and Turner with a block. They retain possession. 3-pointer Embiid. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. What a performance for Tyree. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And looking at what we've seen from Philadelphia, what do you guys think?
Well, they came out with a physical presence and made rebounding a priority.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
We've got George. Andre Drummond is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Tyrese Maxey, and it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. That's the group for Philadelphia to kick off the second quarter.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Now here's Toppin. And it's blocked by Embiid.
Yeah, imposing his will. Embiid sending a message with that rejection.
The kick out to Maxey. And Turner with the block. Just over a minute gone here in the second quarter. And Siakam with the slam.
Well, we're talking about a tough individual competitor in Pascal Siakam. He goes right at the defense.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Pacers.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
You've also got to love how their defense has been contesting so far, denying shooters to this point.
Now here's Maxey. He's got 9. And here's Embiid. Takes a 3. And can't get it to go. Now 1 of 2.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And Grant, I know you played a part in Embiid's decision to join Team USA.
Yeah, B.A., I spent a lot of time talking to Joel Embiid and convincing him to play for us in the U.S. men's national team.
Here's Toppin. Joel Embiid pulls it down.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And Maxey is especially dangerous in these situations. When he has room to run, good luck stopping him.
And the dunk by Halliburton.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Now here's George. And George with the jam.
Oh, yes, sir. PJ making it look easy.
Halliburton outside. Look at Halliburton converting through contact.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Here in quarter 2, we played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Maxey, that's good.
Ooh, the range of Maxey is pretty impressive. He is consistent from beyond the arc.
Halliburton against Maxey. There's a screen by Turner. Here's Halliburton. And it It's Halliburton. Gets it to go inside.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for, consistency. They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Back to Maxey. The three is up. And Philadelphia hits again from deep.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often. And of course, he makes good use of it.
Maxey against Halliburton. Deflected. 1:21 left in the second. Pass to Drummond. Oh, and Turner with a block.
I tell you, you love the attitude of Miles Turner. No one is getting off these shots when he's nearby. No one.
Halliburton, the pass to Neesmith. Siakam for three. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got his fourth rebound in this one. Maxey attacking. And that one is stuffed right through.
You know, you have to love how strong Maxey takes it inside. Feels like he can beat everyone to the cup.
Siakam with a screen on George. And there's the drive. And the slam dunk by Toppin. One team gains momentum, then the other storms back.
Hey, if this is any indication of how the game is going to go, we're in for a treat.
For three, Maxey. Philadelphia, the rebound. Drummond with the ball. Turner covering. Here's Embiid. Here's Drummond. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot two. It's going to be on Tyrese Halliburton.
Well, that's just an excellent possession from this team. When you set up Andre Drummond down low, you're going to either take contact, get to the foul line, score it. So productive inside. That will sting a little bit, failing to get the lead when the opportunity was there, but he does tie it up.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, PA.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use two hands next time. He knows where he is. Halliburton on the wing. No good on the buzzer beater. What a performance for Tyrese Maxey. He has been the story for the 76ers. Hit a couple from downtown this quarter. Back after this. And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. Without question, Tyrese Maxey displaying all his skills today.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. He's just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far, the defense has not been able to counter it.
Second half underway. Here's who Rick Carlisle's got on the floor. Nimhard and Matherin, they're the wings. Walker out there with Thomas Bryant. And it's Shepard in at the one. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. And the Pacers lead by 2.
Just such a good finisher around the bucket. Thomas Bryant has so many moves he can turn to. Nice.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Matherin. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
A nice shot by McCain.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
When you have an MVP talent in his prime, the focus has to be on winning the title. The Sixers' Joel Embiid said, quote, "The only thing I care about is winning." That takes a lot, and everybody has to contribute. I'm always going to believe in myself. I love the guys that we have. We are going to go and fight every single night.
Great perspective there. Thanks, Allie. Here's Butler, following the bucket by the Pacers. Back to Edwards. Late clock, the Sixers need to put one up here. Butler can't get it to go. Indiana leading. For 3, Matherin. Good, and it's Walker who picks up the assist. Matherin's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Doris, no secret how talented the international players are in the NBA, especially those from Canada.
Yeah, we've seen a number of Canadians come in and have a high level of impact for their team. For Matherin, think about his availability his rookie year, played in almost every game, and this guy is a legit scorer at this level.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
The shot is good by Edwards.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
The Pacers have gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. Nembhard outside, takes it inside. Oh, and there's a one-hand jam.
And despite the size mismatch, getting a little aggressive down there in the paint.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
Indiana leading by 4. Pass to Shepard. Up top, Bryant. Here's Shepard. Butler covering. Here's the screen by Bryant. And then Bryant with the dunk.
Well, just showing great agility in the pick and roll. Thomas Bryant just being decisive right now.
Right side, Butler. Here's McCain. He's guarded by Nembhard. From 15 feet away. Pacers with a rebound. Here's the break. Oh, sweet move. And he lays it in. And now it's an 8-point Pacer lead.
And I'll tell you, Matherin's passing game has a solid foundation. Now, hopefully, it continues to grow here.
Butler into the lane. Over to the left wing. Butler on the wing. Puts up a 3. The Sixers with another miss. Indiana leading by 8. Driving in. Shepard kicks it out to Bryant. Outside Walker. Launches it. Drops in the 3.
Well, excellent concentration from Bryant on the offensive end. Actively looking for ways to facilitate for his team.
Here's McCain. The kick out to Edwards. To halt the run. Walker pulls down the board. Indiana has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Nembhard outside. Puts up a 3. Offensive rebound. Outside Matherin. Pass to Shepard. Here's the screen by Bryant. And it's Shepard missing.
We all know he's a good shooter. But from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
And so it's Indiana. They lead by 11 as the quarter comes to a close. Getting lots of great looks, shooting it well. That's why they're up. More 2K action in just a moment. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Well, we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Paul George out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Andre Drummond. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And Halliburton has got the ball here for the Pacers. Turner, a screen on Maxey. Streak it in. Here's Halliburton. And the dunk by Halliburton.
Tyrese Halliburton has it cooking, guys. He's created good offensive momentum, and he's keeping his foot on the gas pedal.
Screen by Embiid. And that one is hammered home.
A dynamic finish possession, then decides to hang out a little for good measure.
Yep, that's the exclamation point right there. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Drummond passes to Maxey. Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock. George for 3. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Toppin shot is off. 76ers trail by 11. Here's Grimes. And the 3 off target. The Pacers have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Toppin goes in. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Maxey on the wing. And Turner with the block. Now here's Halliburton. Defense right on him. Pass to Siakam. Back to Halliburton. From deep three-point range. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Embiid's got 6 rebounds in the game. Here's Grimes. Nesmith covering. The kick out to Maxey. Embiid, a screen on Toppin. Here's Maxey. Here's Embiid. Embiid muscles through the contact.
And that's the hunger that Embiid plays with. Just gobbles up the miss and goes back up for the score.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Toppin passes to Halliburton. There's a screen by Toppin. Halliburton against Maxey. Off the mark, and the drought continues. 76ers trail by 9. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Indiana's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Nesmith on the wing. George defending. And he's going for the lob. Tipped. Takes a 3. And they recover it.
The momentum continues to go their way. Pretty much the story of the game.
Clock at 6. For 3, Maxey. Here's Drummond. Back to Embiid. For 3. Oh, book it. Embiid, a triple.
These are the moments Embiid loves. Enjoys being the player for this team to take and make clutch shots.
Toppin, a screen on Maxey. Halliburton, the pass to Toppin. And an intentional foul right there.
Tyrese Maxey. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Halliburton against Maxey. Pass to Toppin. 6 on the shot clock. Maxey against Halliburton. Siakam for 3. Drains the triple.
Boy, Pascal Siakam with the big-time answer from 3. Nice.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Well, it's been a hard-fought battle through much of the night. They just missed out on a couple of opportunities they'd love to do over.
It's stolen by Maxey. Counted from distance. So Indiana wins it. They played the villain tonight. And all right, Allie, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill.
But eventually, I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it baked. Kinda like the view with the dice and me, top down with the rims and
fast.
Are both aggressive, attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
And look at the starters for the Cavaliers. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Okoro out there with Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. Shot clock at 6. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Now, here's Okoro. No good on the quick 3.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
Maxey with it. Now defended by Mitchell. And all around to win that time before dropping in.
Love the confidence from Joel. He gets the ball and knows exactly what he's going to do with it before he gets it.
Here's Mitchell. Mobley, a screen on Maxey. Here's Mitchell. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Embiid.
It's easy to overplay your hand when you're defending Mitchell.
When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
That's why you give Maxey freedom to do his thing, because he's terrific at creating for himself.
To the middle, here's Mobley, and Mobley throws it down.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Maxey against Mitchell. Outside Maxey. And there's the call on Evan Mobley. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Drummond sets the screen for Maxey. And Okoro pulls it down.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Pass to Mitchell. Lets it go with the 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And Mitchell is a confident scorer, including from downtown.
Maxey looking it over. Now George from past the arc, and he's good on the 3 ball.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at
you. A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Mitchell, and stolen by Maxey. George against Mobley. Embiid from outside. Rebounded by Allen. For Cleveland, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, Kevin, I was able to talk with Nick Nurse for a minute, and his priority this time out is trying to make it hard for Donovan Mitchell. He told me Donovan is an elite 3-level scorer. It's going to take more than one player to slow him down. We need all 5 guys communicating and working together defensively.
Defensive foul.
Big challenge. Guys?
Thanks, David.
That's his second.
You know, Clark, the days of trust the process are long gone. The Sixers are now focused on the now.
As well they should be, Kevin. With a superstar big guy in his prime and Joel Embiid, there's no time like the present. And it's not going to last forever, so they need to capitalize.
1:58 left here in the first quarter. Outside, Maxey. Embiid with a screen on Mitchell. Maxey kicks to Embiid. Over Hunter. Maxey passes to Embiid.
I really think this is the strongest part of Allen's game, guys. I mean, his instincts on the defensive end are already platinum level.
Pass to Mobley. Drummond working against Mitchell. Launches a 3. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. 76ers have gone 50% from the field to this point, 4 of 8. Here's Maxey. Mobley with the block. 1:09 left in the first quarter. Down low. Good D by Embiid.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Now here's Maxey. Jared Allen grabs the miss. Mobley finds Okoro. Back to Mobley. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Knocks it loose and stolen by Drummond. And it's Isaac Okoro with the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Second team foul.
Now 8 seconds separating the two clocks. Embiid with a screen on Mitchell. Pass to Embiid. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it.
Well, that's a moment he'd like to archive. Embarrassing lapse of judgment there.
23 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Mitchell against Maxey. Mitchell outside. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. A miss that time would have put him up. It's all tied in Philadelphia. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. What stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, you can see these guys are unafraid to take chances defensively.
Well, you know, the defense, guys, is just disruptive, active, and energetic, and you can't afford to be loose with the ball against these guys.
On the floor for Cleveland getting going here in the second. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Mitchell is out there with the Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the 3 spot. Clock at 4. Maxey. They get the rebound. And it's Drummond with the jam.
Hey, if you don't box out Drummond, this happens. He's an exceptional offensive rebounder who can hurt you big time with the putbacks.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 7 to the paint. Here's Mobley. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Latrey hands it from downtown. Mitchell's got 10 points in the game.
And that's Mitchell at his best, playing the quarterback on this offense and leaving the D grabbing for air.
Up top, Embiid. Back to Maxey. Puts up a deep 3. Allen with the rebound. Cavaliers leading. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, the Sixers have their superstar in Joel Embiid, but Coach Nick Nurse says they have to maximize him in different ways. Nurse said unpredictability is the key. We have to relieve some of the pressure. Guys are overplaying and sending multiple players at him, and we have to find easy baskets out of it. Kevin?
Makes a lot of sense, David. Thank you. Now, Maxey following the three-point attempt by Donovan Mitchell. For Mitchell, that is good. The Cavaliers lead cut to just 1 point on the basket from Maxey. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the D-cell the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
Embiid with a screen on Mitchell. Outside for George. And stolen by Mobley. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Here's Maxey. Drummond with a screen on Mitchell. Maxey sinks the triple. Maxey's got the lead up to 2 now for Philadelphia.
Boy, the defense was looking for something different there. Maxey kept it himself off the pick that time.
The same day, Clark, that Tyrese Maxey was named to the All-Star game, he scored a career high and was great doing it.
How about that, Kevin? How ironic is that? It was his first All-Star selection, by the way, but this has been the story with Maxey. I mean, he just continues to make great progress in his game. He's a really dynamic young player with still room to grow.
Now, here's Hunter. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Shot clock at 5. Mitchell kicks to Okoro. Now the 76ers on the break. Mitchell against Maxey. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up. And now we'll get a perspective here on how the hustle game has been going for Philadelphia.
They've really been disruptive on the defensive end, forcing turnovers and turning those turnovers into points at the other end.
And they're making their own luck with how hard they're playing, forcing turnovers and turning that into offense.
Now, here's Mitchell. He's got 10. They could use a bucket. Oh, he jams it right over Andre Drummond. Wow!
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Maxey against Mitchell. Maxey passes to Embiid. And it's off from three-point range. 2-for-1 chance here.
Let's see if they use the clock to their advantage.
Mitchell finds Okoro. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Now just a 1-point Philadelphia lead. Here's Maxey. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Maxey is a do-it-all guard. I mean, defense never knows if he's going to shoot it, pass it, or take off the dribble.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers.
He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Garland against Maxey. Now, here's Garland. From deep. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. Tyrese Maxey. He's been... Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot from live. They're thinking about the shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Tyrese Maxey.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up, be physical with him.
Abusele out there with Edwards. Then it's Butler. And it's McCain in at the 2 spot. That's Nick Nurse's 5 as we get into the second half. Out to Thompson. Pass to Okeke. Thompson, a screen on Butler. Okeke passes to Thompson. Goes up again. And they'll get another chance. Green against Butler. On the wing, Thompson. There's Okeke. And finally they hit one.
Make your teammates better by giving them good passes. That one was perfect.
The 76ers leading by 3. And here is Butler. Out to Edwards. And he makes good on the layup. Edwards got his first points in this one.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Thompson sets the pick for Garland. Pass to Thompson. Kicks it out to Garland. They get it back. It's Strus on the wing. Back to Thompson. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And this is what Thompson does best. His aggressiveness on the boards is what makes him a valuable player.
Out left to the wing. Here's McCain. Still without a basket. Fires the three. A three-pointer is right on target. And the 76ers lead by 6.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. This guy is a dangerous scorer.
Garland, the pass to Okiki. Got a hand on it. Garland against Butler. And Max Strus picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Here's McCain, guarded by Green. 6 to shoot. The 76ers need to get off a shot. Nice shot by Yabusele.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
3 minutes remaining in the third.
Now the 76ers on the break. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. Both good from the line that time. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Outside Garland. Takes it inside and just miss after miss right now. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. And now running it up the court. Green pushing it all the way. It's his first trip to the line.
Jared Butler. That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
And that one misses.
Shooting for Cleveland, Javonte Green. 2 shots.
And he sinks the second. 1:20 left in the third quarter. The 76ers leading by 9. Outside Butler. Here's McCain. Guarded by Green. Edwards with the screen. Lock at 6. Yabusele can't hit. The Cavaliers trail by 9. Garland kicks to Green. Garland against Butler. Garland attacking. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
Dribble penetration is what Garland's all about, and he's a great decision maker on the move.
Pass to Yabusele. And he dunks it down.
And not the prototype power forward, but he has tremendous athletic ability.
The Cavaliers shooting pretty terrible here in the third quarter at around 30%. Thompson, a screen on Butler. A 3 from Garland. And it's Bona with the rebound. The 76ers leading by 9. Now Butler hasn't made one yet. Outside Edwards. Shoots over Strus. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And we've watched 3 so far in this one.
All right, fans, here.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. The Cavaliers trail by 9, and Cleveland looking at who they've got to start the fourth quarter. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. Okoro out there with Mitch, and it's Hunter in at the 3 slot.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Maxey against Mitchell. Maxey into the lane. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's his first personal
This
foul.
team has handed a lot of responsibility to Tyrese Maxey, but Greg, he's lived up to it.
And has grown very well into his role with the team. Shown that he can be a scorer all over the floor. Amazing to think how far he's come in such a short amount of time.
Now, here's Mitchell. A three-pointer, no good. Left side, Maxey. Off target from outside. The Cavaliers trail by 11. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And it's good, 2 points.
And bursting through inside. So difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
The 76ers shooting reasonably well, 45%. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone right now. And it goes out of bounds.
Cleveland.
Last touch by Embiid. It's Allen on the wing. Back to Mobley. Allen kicks to Mitchell. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. Back to Allen. Just 4 to shoot. That's good for Mitchell on the assist by Mobley. Mitchell's got 4 points this quarter.
And guys, we know Mitchell can fill it up in a hurry, which is what makes him so much fun to watch.
Pass to Embiid. Embiid knocks it home from distance.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Oh, a fearless play by Mitchell. Sinks his shot while being fouled, and now he'll get to the line.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the 76ers.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
Love the consistency at the free throw line in this one too, fellas. Getting a healthy number of points off trips to the line.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. Mobley finds Hunter. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Hunter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for the 76ers. They've led by as many as 11 points.
This is Maxey at his best, attacking the lane and finishing at the rack.
Mitchell against Maxey. Mobley is screened. For 3, Mitchell. Another 3 for Cleveland.
And I think Mitchell's focus increases when it's clutch time. The bigger the moment, the better he is.
Now, here's Maxey. Pass to Embiid. Drummond with a screen on Mobley. Embiid wide open. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the 76ers lead by 6. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Tyrese Maxey. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. Eric Gordon, he's checked in for Maxey.
Coming up to the floor for your Sixer, number 23.
We've got 1:28 left in the game. Mobley, a screen on Gordon. In the corner, Okoro with it. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Hunter. An easy 2 points on the way. Hunter's got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, we saw this from Hunter in the tournament. When Virginia won the championship, he was a clutch performer.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. The magnitude at this juncture in the game clearly warranting a timeout. The 76ers making a switch here. Maxey's checked in. And now the latest from our reporter, David Allman.
Hey guys, during the last timeout, I listened to Nick Nurse talk to his team. Coach told his guys, lock in, this is it. Leave everything out on the floor. A simple message down the stretch. We'll see if it resonates. Guys?
Thank you, David. Here's Mitchell. Following the basket by Tyrese Maxey. Under no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And it's George missing.
And you can see why he might be off on some of his attempts, getting far fewer shots today than he's accustomed to.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Mobley sets the pick for Mitchell. Off target from three-point range.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Grimes. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time.
Cleveland ball.
And here's Mitchell from the arc. No good. So the 76ers win it. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them late.
Yeah.
David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin.
drawn to the front court matchup.
Oh, yeah. This should be a battle on the baseline. Great to watch skilled bigs trade blows and show off what they can do down low.
A look at the opening lineup for the Cleveland Cavaliers. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Donovan Mitchell out there with Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position. Now here's Mitchell. There's the 3. That won't go. Misses his first shot of the game. And so it's Siakam with it. He brings it up for the Indiana Pacers. Three-pointer, Halliburton. Pure from three-point range.
At the perimeter, Halliburton has a lot of confidence. He's just about always ready to take that shot.
Mitchell with the ball. And Mitchell with the slam.
A brilliant dunk, and he hangs up there for a while, too.
Like he's posing for the camera. He's just hanging out, posing for pictures, just making himself at home. Now here's Halliburton. Neesmith passes to Toppin. No good that time. Great D that time from Allen. Well, the recent success of the Cavs has centered around their defense, RJ.
Well, if you want a chance to contend, you're going to have to be able to defend. Their coach embodies that, and so does their personnel, specifically their front court. It is not an easy thing to body up to Mitchell. He is built like an absolute brick.
Here's Halliburton going inside, and that one drops for him. Halliburton's got 5.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Mitchell. Oh, and Turner with a block.
A ferocious shot blocker. Turner provides a sense of security to the rest of his teammates.
Outside Neesmith. Offline from the top of the key.
And usually that's a bucket for him, but look, nobody's perfect in the mid-range.
Pass to Siakam. Outside Neesmith. Here's Turner. The rebound by Allen. Allen's got 4 rebounds now. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Just a bit ago, Rick Carlisle and I were able to chat. We discussed how he wants his team to approach their matchup with Evan Mobley, and Coach said, we need to make him a jump shooter. Mobley is most effective around the rim. He's still developing his jump shot, and we need to take advantage of that. There should be a lot of resistance to the paint from his defense, B.A.
Great work, Allie. Thanks. And Indiana misses again.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Pacers with a rebound.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Halliburton outside. There's the drive. Out left to the wing. And here's Siakam for 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
And just so accurate off the pass. I mean, I love whenever Siakam decides to go right up with it like that.
And one thing that Siakam has always had a knack for, Grant, cutting to the rim and finishing plays.
Yeah, he plays so well when he has space to move. He's just great off the ball, and that fits with any team. His ability to convert at the rim makes his cuts that much better.
Nice, clean bounce pass. Sometimes the fundamentals are all you're going to need.
Here's Halliburton. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Halliburton's got 7 points.
And I appreciate how confident Halliburton is. For a guard, he handles himself well and deep.
Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Allen in the high post. 5 on the clock. From deep, Mobley. And Toppin pulls it down.
That's his shot. And one, I'm sure, he wants back.
Mitchell, the pass to Okoro. Inside. And Aaron Neesmith picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
24 seconds left in the first quarter here. The 3 is up. That's his 4th miss in 7 shots. stolen by Mitchell. Okoro, left side. Down low. Oh, it's stolen by Siakam. He gets it up. It doesn't go for him. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Indiana. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. And guys, what's your take on Indiana so far?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they faced little resistance.
Their points came almost exclusively from beyond the arc, and as this game continues, that should open up the floor for the rest of their offense.
All right, on the floor for Cleveland, getting going in the second. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Isaac Okoro is out there with Donovan Mitchell, and it's Hunter in at the 3.
Guys, just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Stolen by Mobley. Left side Mitchell takes the 3. The second effort. And there's the bucket is Hunter with the finish. Hunter's gotten 4 this quarter.
Trading the lead back and forth, neither side is willing to back down.
I've been on the edge of my seat courtside. Man, this has been a barn burner.
Now here's Halliburton. He's got 7. Through the contact, Tyrese Halliburton.
And this is how competitive Halliburton is. Doesn't allow some contact to distract him from scoring.
And the Pacers started last season all offense, Grant, but even they knew that would not be sustainable.
Yeah, Coach Carlisle plotted them to at least get to average on the defensive end. And there's no question they have the tools to do it.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
The Cavaliers have great size up front. They have Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, who said, we have each other's backs. That's the advantage of having 2 7-footers. If you blow by the first one, there's a second one waiting for you. Brian, they'll make it tough.
No doubt. Waves and waves of length inside. Thanks, Allie.
A great read between those two guys. The defense didn't stand a chance, B.A.
These two teammates right here, Grant, they are connected. Now here's Mitchell. He has 6. Pass to Hunter. Back to Mitchell. Tries to break his ice. Ooh, Mitchell just muscling his way in.
The speed of that first step is just what makes Mitchell so difficult to contain.
Here's Halliburton. And a missed layup. And here's Mitchell. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. Mobley outside. With the 10-footer. Misses off the left iron. For Indiana, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Outside Nesmith. The 3 ball is rebounded by Okoro. The Cavaliers have got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Outside Hunter. Pass to Mobley. Five to shoot. Pascal Siakam with a rebound. Indiana on offense.
Minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And the league has cut down on back-to-backs, but some pushback for a surprising reason. Richard, teams need multiple days off in order to practice.
Yeah, that's right. With only 1 day off between games, teams don't usually practice on those off days. It's not as simple as it looks.
Now here's Toppin. And it's Turner, that time on the assist by Toppin. Turner's got his first points in this one.
Nice execution on the inbound. Just how you want to draw it up.
From deep, Mitchell. 3 ball, Donovan Mitchell.
When you shoot hundreds of these shots in gyms by yourself, it will make you automatic just like Mitchell.
Here's Halliburton. No good off the glass. Cleveland has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. And the foul on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
1:11 left in the first half of basketball. Mitchell, the pass to Allen. Now here's Hunter. 6 to shoot. Here's Mitchell. Siakam pulls down the board. Siakam's got 4 rebounds in the game.
Cleveland foul.
It's his first trip to the line.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
First one falls for him.
At the line. For Indiana.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Now he's perfectly comfortable doing work at the line.
The Cavs trailing. 41 seconds left to play in the first half of basketball. Mitchell can't get that one to fall. And for the Pacers, they're shooting around 41%. Outside Neesmith. 23 seconds left to play in the first half. Is rebounded by Okoro. Outside Mitchell. The 3 from Okoro. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Indiana ahead. They lead by 1. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break.
Get ready for the Fan half-court shot.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. We've seen Donovan Mitchell really having a great game.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
Nembhard and Mathurin, they're the wings. Walker out there with Thomas Bryant. And it's Shepard in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for the Pacers. And in Garland, we're looking at one of the best passers in the league, Richard.
I don't think he gets enough credit for it. He's got such a great feel for the game, the way he wiggles in and out of the lane. It is so impressive. He is such a great, confident floor leader.
Here's Garland. The Pacers making their last shot. And the layup is good off the glass.
You see the body control that Garland has, takes on the defender, gets hit, adjusts, and finishes. It's just a work of art.
And he drives in. Shepard laid it in with a nice touch off the window. And the Pacers lead by 1. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Now here's Strus. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Knocks down the long chase.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
And it's the Cavaliers with the ball. After the basket by Indiana on the other end. Nembhard with it. He's picked up by Garland. Nembhard outside. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Back to the basics. Unleashing the one-hand flush.
Boy, he manning though, huh?
That's true.
Now here's Garland. Can't get it to fall. Indiana leading. Outside Mathurin. Walker, a screen on Green. Mathurin passes to Walker. He gets it in there.
This is how Walker likes to play. He invites contact and he dishes it out.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Well, there's no question. Pascal Siakam has raised the ceiling of this Pacers team.
Yeah, absolutely. He complements Halliburton's up-tempo style very well. And defensively, he shores things up with his ability to guard 1 through 5.
Now here's Green. No points yet, and he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call. Indiana leading by 4. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
And here's Bryant outside. Hits the trifecta.
Love the energy here in the third. Trying to take control now of this contest.
Yes, this is a pivotal moment in this game. Those extra possessions right now, they just mean a little bit more.
Now here's Garland. Pass to Green. Four on the clock. Cleveland needs to get off a shot. Gets the 3 to fall. Strus has got 6.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now here's Nembhard. Gathering a screen on Green. The shake. The kick out to Walker. Indiana needs to get a shot off. Nembhard, good.
I mean, just so alert with his head on a swivel. Walker able to find the open man.
52 seconds left in the third quarter. Garland for 3. He drops it from range. Garland's got 7 points for the quarter.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Now Nembhard. He's got 7. To the paint. Here's Walker. And the jam by Walker.
As a roller, Walker has soft hands for the catch, and he is aggressive.
Outside Garland. Releases. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Garland's got 9 points now in the second half. Pacers leading by 4. Here's Nembhard. Mathurin, a screen on Green. Outside Mathurin. 4-3. That shot off the mark. And that'll do it for the third quarter. Indiana ahead, up by 4. And we'll have... All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You can count on him to deliver a few assists like this one each and every night.
And the ability to drop your jaw with the pass is something you rarely see in this league. What a talent he is.
3 tense quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. On the court for the Cavaliers. At the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Mobley and Allen. Mitchell out there with Isaac Okoro. And it's Hunter in at the 3, the small forward. Top of the key. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls.
Right now, this is what you want to see. Mitchell playing without hesitation and just taking quality shots.
Pass to Halliburton. Siakam the screen. Halliburton, the pass to Toppin. And a miss there on the triple.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Outside Mitchell, beyond the arc. Here's Allen. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. And they'll give that one to Miles Turner.
Hard to stop a guy with Allen's physical gifts inside. He forces the defense to get sloppy and foul.
Well, you talk about an anchor for this defense. Richard Jared Allen is that.
It's hard to find a big man who can move and eat up space like Allen. He's a great shot blocker that can also move his feet on the perimeter and guard in isolation. But a difference maker at the rim, that is where he's at his best.
And one move ahead of the defense, a solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Indiana leading by 4. Siakam against Mitchell. Boy, that foul looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
I know, it just doesn't make sense given the situation. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Here's Halliburton. And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here.
He clipped the ball there, but not enough to nab the steal.
That's fine. You love the effort, not making things easy for the opposition on offense.
Kicks it out to Siakam. Just 5 on the clock. Top of the screen on Mobley. And here's Siakam for 3. And the rebound goes to Cleveland. Now here's Mitchell. Here's the 3. And Toppin pulls it down. And Halliburton has got the ball here for the Indiana Pacers. 4-point game. We're in the fourth quarter here. Just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And there's a pick. Out to the right wing. Here's Toppin. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
Toppin hits them both. Over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Now here's Mitchell. Nesmith covering. And here's Mitchell. The shot no good. Oh, nice D from Nesmith. Halliburton outside. To the inside. Turner, no good. Cavaliers trail by 6. Outside Mitchell to win the drought. It's rebounded by Indiana.
Every possession counts for them right now. That's not going to get it done.
Outside Nesmith. There's a screen by Turner. Nesmith passes to Turner. Back to Nesmith. Throws it up high. Ooh, stolen by Allen.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points, and they need them now.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where I'm going to get food after the game because this one looks a bit out of reach.
Hunter against Siakam. It falls! And now they trail by just 4.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Mitchell against Halliburton. Shot clock at 6. On the take. 19-footer. Mobley grabs the board. Now the Cavaliers with it. So far in the fourth, they've allowed just 6 points. The 3 from Mitchell. Offensive board. The kick to Hunter. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Siakam. Here's Mitchell. 3 off the inbound. Oh, my. Came close to a 4-point play. He'll head to the line for 3 free throws. And they'll give that one to Miles Turner. The second one drops. And that brings him within 2 here. And so he's good on all 3 free throws. And that narrows the gap to 1.
See, it's easy to see why his teammates trust him. He's a leader on this team and loves coming up huge in the clutch.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Halliburton with the ball. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
That's just poor clock management defensively.
Good on the first. And that'll put him up 2.
2 shots.
And he hits both free throws here. And it's a 3-point game.
Couldn't have asked for anything better there. Only a 3 can tie it now.
And Kenny Atkinson has called a timeout. Great time to call his guys into the huddle at a very tense moment in this game. Turning here to our analyst, what elements become the primary keys at this point?
They should have a play prepared for this scenario. Little time, you need a 3. Of course, the D will be guarding the line. No one said it was going to be easy.
And we'll have a timeout here called by Rick Carlisle. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page. And here's Toppin from the arc. Oh, no good! We're headed for overtime. Time expires. We're going to overtime. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. Here we go. Now Mitchell, Siakam at power forward with Turner in at center. Neesmith out there with Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Toppin in at the 3. Mitchell, the pass to Allen. And he banks in the layup.
Well-run play, and Mitchell puts it in the perfect spot.
Indiana trailing here. Halliburton outside. Outside Neesmith. Fires from deep. Down it goes. And a great assist by Halliburton.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Here's Mitchell. Allen on the wing. Allen with a screen on Siakam. Here's Mobley. Outside for Mitchell. There's the triple. The 3. Allen, the pass to Mobley. Hunter on the wing. Guarded by Toppin. Hunter, good.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Halliburton, the pass to Toppin. Outside Neesmith. He takes it in. Mobley with the block.
Hard to protect your shot from Mobley's length. Look, he just bats that ball away.
Okoro outside. Oh, he goes up high for the two-handed slam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Turner, screen on Mitchell. Pass to Turner. Back to Halliburton. And here's Turner. Just 5 to shoot. Outside for Halliburton. Oh, it's stolen by Mitchell. Fast break, Cleveland. Pushing it up now. The finish! Oh, he powers right through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. And with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use their coach's challenge.
At the line for the Cavaliers, DeAndre Hunter, shooting
in place. We've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed, even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Now here's Okoro. Defense is right there. Mobley up top. Allen on the wing. Outside Hunter. Allen with a screen on Toppin. Tries again. And Hunter, here we go. And he lays it up and in. And the Cavaliers lead by 7.
I hate to say it, but I'm pretty sure we can close the book on this one.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
Here's Halliburton. And And so it's Cleveland winning this one. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.
They really did, and it
time, but eventually I'll get there.
I'm a tiger on the loose, I'm a menace in the booth, I'm the medicine you're afraid to take. I'm the gasoline and nut and the devil in your gut that you're fighting just to keep it fake. Kinda like the view with the dice in the mirror, top down with the rims and gold. So baby, pour me a drink, I'm gonna let out the freak beat back in the beer. Let him run, let him eat, stone cold killer. Let off the beat. Let him bang on the streets like Godzilla. Let
have the luxury of a very deep bench.
No doubt, Kevin. A lot of talent on both rosters. What that means is the defenses need to be active and aware even when substitutions are made, because the next basket can come from absolutely any guy on the floor.
Look at the 76ers starting group. They've got Drummond. George is out there with Joel Embiid. Then there's Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard. Now, here's Maxey. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Nice read by Maxey. Sees it, hits it, done.
And it's Paul George with the foul. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Halliburton. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Well, you have to understand how to score when you're in the paint and you are 6'5". Tyrese Halliburton, he knows the way.
Left side, Maxey. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Probably the last guy.
Folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
76ers. Tyrese Maxey taking 2 shots. The play is under video review under NBA rules.
So fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Free throw good, Maxey. On the Pacers' doors last season, trading for Pascal Siakam to complement this hungry team.
And Kevin, it's important in a couple of ways. First of all, he's a 2-time All-Star who's got a championship pedigree. The other part of this is Indiana is an equal opportunity offense, so they want to share the basketball. But Pascal brings individual playmaking and shot making, and sometimes that's a must-have in this league.
And stolen by Siakam. Halliburton looking around. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Siakam, high post. Embiid's there.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Maxey against Halliburton. Shot clock at 5. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Well, earlier I spoke with Rick Carlisle. The challenge is slowing down Joel Embiid. Asked Coach what the game plan was. He said with Embiid, you know he's going to get to the line. You know he's going to get his. Our goal is to keep him away from the basket. If we get him settling for jumpers, that's a win for us. We'll see if they can force him to become a shooter in this one. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. And here's George for 3. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
It can't leave any room for Paul George outside. He will deliver from deep.
Halliburton against Drummond. Here's the floater. The shot by Turner, no good.
Pressured that shot by getting a hand up just as good as a block.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Embiid with a screen on Halliburton. Back to Embiid. Shoots it up. Pacers with the rebound.
And you know, guys, with Embiid on the floor, it's not just about his individual play. He changes everything for everyone on that team. That's how dominant he is. It's not just statistics. His presence alone propels them. And with the pace of today's game, transition defense is at a premium.
I don't think anyone was catching him on that play. That is unbelievable.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
That one is good from Joel Embiid.
The way Maxey can twist and contort on a finish is so tough to defend.
Halliburton against Maxey. Halliburton outside. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Never easy to stop this guy at the rim, but that is a beautiful contest right there.
They grab their own miss. Back to Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Doesn't take much for Maxey to find a lane to the rim. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Maxey against Halliburton. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Halliburton's got 6.
We call that tough points from a tough guy, young Tyrese Halliburton.
Maxey passes to Drummond. Here's Grimes. Embiid with a screen on Halliburton. Embiid kicks to Maxey. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Pass to Embiid. Here's Grimes. Takes the 3. And Joel Embiid gets the 3. Embiid's got his second best.
Well, the versatility he possesses makes him a very tough cover, guys.
And that does it for the first quarter. 76ers on top as they end the first quarter on a 12-4 run. And back. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And what stands out to you guys from the 76ers in this one?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And that's how they controlled the first quarter. I thought they were the much more physical team.
So to begin the second quarter for the Philadelphia 76ers, Joel Embiid out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Maxey. Then it's Paul George. And it's Grimes in at the shooting guard position. Maxey looking it over. Pass to Embiid. There's the triple. Embiid showing his range right there.
And Embiid being assertive offensively, wasting no time in getting that one.
And Nick Nurse, Greg, the 26th head coach in 76ers franchise history.
And Kevin, known for his creativity and that outside-the-box thinking, I think it's a good fit with this forward-thinking front office.
Good on the triple. Turner's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, you just love how Miles Turner goes right up with it, right? No hesitation, catch and shoot.
Maxey passes to Embiid. Back to Maxey. Pass to Embiid. For the 3. A shot that time, not on target. Out of bounds, it'll be 76ers ball.
76ers ball.
The 76ers leading by 5. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. At this point in his career, Paul George says he's in bully mode. He said, every night I'm on the floor, I'm there to dominate. Whether it's being more physical or going right at whoever I got to go at, you're going to feel me. I'm having that approach every time. I'm there to destroy you. Kevin?
Wow. I love it, though, D.A. Got to admit it. Awful powerful. Thank you.
So we're talking about a tough individual competitor in Pascal Siakam. He goes right at the defense.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Philadelphia.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
I think the other thing they've done a great job of is making their presence felt inside, converting tons of paint opportunities.
Embiid sets the pick for Maxey. The Pacers pull it in.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
Here's Neesmith, and he hits it to tie the game up. Greg, you know this. Good coaches give their players confidence. But what's the balance there between affirmation and accountability?
Well, when you believe in a player, that also comes with expectations. So a coach has to boost them up and also demand that they deliver.
Turner against Drummond. Halliburton passes to Turner. They now take the lead. Turner's got the lead up to 2 now for Indiana.
Miles Turner has great versatility, so he can score from anywhere, but right there is his bread and butter.
Here's Maxey. Here's Drummond. Maxey finds George. Embiid with the screen on Topman. Here's George, and George with the stuff.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by the Pacers.
Maxey against Halliburton. Now, here's Toppin. Guarded closer. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Halliburton against Maxey. And it's Halliburton missing. And Embiid has got the ball here for Philadelphia. Grimes passes to Embiid. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Embiid's got 10.
And Embiid practices these shots all the time, which is why he's so good from this area.
Toppin sets a screen for Halliburton. And Embiid with the block. 3-on-3. Halliburton against Maxey. Not that time. It's off. He's 3 for 7. Indiana trailing here. Halliburton kicks to Siakam. Toppin against George. Siakam a screen on George. Here's Toppin. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
Well, what made Obi Toppin a lottery pick, that combination of size and shooting. That jumper is nice.
Right side George. It'll count. And he trains the 3, but let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his hand in time.
The previous play is under
the room. They're going to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
Got it off in time. The replay leaving a little doubt.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. 76ers up. Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
25. Fans, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Give me a beat. They're measuring up the shots.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Joel Embiid with a strong contribution in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
The perimeter pairing with Nembhard and Mathurin. Thomas Bryant is out there with Walker. And it's Shepard in at the 1. So that's who Rick Carlisle starts the second half with. And what about the evolution of Tyrese Maxey? Greg, according to him, he's just getting started.
Well, Kevin, I'd have to agree. I mean, he's got some big shoes to fill with James Harden leaving, but each year this guy has just gotten better. And not only has he matched Harden's production in Philadelphia, I think he's exceeded it.
And that one's good by Butler.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Well, there is nothing better than catching a rhythm as early as possible, and boy, that's a terrific start right there.
Pass to McCain. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Stolen by Walker. Outside Mathurin. With the drive. Lays it up off the glass. Mathurin's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And already Mathurin has a pretty dynamic drive, but getting the drop on the defense all season won't be easy.
Butler against Walker. Here's McCain. Still scoreless. Misses the deep three-point attempt.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
It's Bryant, top of the key. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's McCain. Out to Edwards. From outside the arc. Another miss by Philadelphia. Pacers have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. Nembhard with it. Edwards there. And there's the foul. It's on Justin Edwards. And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
There will be 2 minutes to review the play.
To detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Well, their pass to Yabusele. Can't cash in from close range. Indiana leading. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Olden. David?
Hey, Kevin, even with an MVP and Joel Embiid, the Sixers can't be a one-man show. Embiid says, I watch a lot of games and I see what's working. Good basketball means cutting, moving, guys getting off the ball, and it's moving and not sticking. But you need the right guys to execute that system. And I think we've got the right guys. Kevin?
I know you and I agree. They do, David. Thank you very much. Outside Butler. Edwards with the screen for Butler. Can they get it? And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. And when you think back to that Sabonis-Halliburton trade, Doris, it really worked out for both teams.
It's rare, Kevin, that you can talk about a, quote, win-win from both sides. Most trades are a little bit harder to evaluate because they involve more moving pieces. This was a straight-up one-to-one swap of young stars and positional fits for each side.
Pacers have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Mathurin against Edwards. Kicks it out to Bryant. Back to Mathurin. Pass to Shepard. There's the screen. No good from outside. The 76ers trail. 34 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Indiana shooting has been terrific. 54% on the game. Now here's Bryant. Defense right on him. Outside Mathurin. And Bryant the bucket on the assist from Mathurin. Bryant's got the lead up to 4 now for the Pacers. Butler kicks to Edwards. It's stolen by Mathurin. Jumps up, and Bryant slams it in.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
The third quarter comes. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. On the court for Philadelphia to start the fourth. Andre Drummond is out there with Embiid. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Tyrese Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2. Outside, Maxey. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
And with how explosive Maxey is, he's not your average guard in the paint.
Now, here's Nesmith. Defense is right there. And he drives in, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, everyone's seeking those high percentage looks in the restricted area. Nicely done there.
Halliburton against Maxey. Now here's Embiid. His 3-pointers off the mark. Goes up. And Toppin throws it down.
I tell you, there are few players more exciting in the open floor than O.B. Toppin. So much fun to watch him get in transition.
Here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
That should give him a nice little jolt.
Yeah, it has to. They need a jolt here.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
The Pacers pull it in. Halliburton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Back to Siakam. Over to the left wing. Toppin, no one around him. From outside, off the mark. The 76ers trail by 6. Here's Maxey. And slam dunk by Maxey.
Offensively, Maxey can be such a problem. He attacks you with that relentless energy.
Takes it out to Siakam. Back to Halliburton. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Second personal foul.
That one on George.
First team foul.
Boy, Pascal Siakam can put a ton of pressure on the defense. This guy has the physicality that you love.
Siakam hits them both. And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the 76ers. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And give credit to Maxey for just being aggressive inside, earning that whistle in the process.
So he gets them both. Pacers leading by 4. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Halliburton against Maxey. Yep, that one goes.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Toppin against George. Then George with the jam.
And guys, George takes pride in hitting big shots. Just get him the ball and let him do his thing.
Halliburton outside to the right side. Siakam finds Halliburton, trains it from beyond the arc. Halliburton's got 5 points now in the quarter.
A remarkable three-point shooter out of the gates in his NBA career. Tyrese Halliburton Halliburton, let him hear you.
And with that shot, the Indiana Leaves got back down to 4 with the made basket from Maxey.
So poised in these situations. Love seeing Maxey rise to the occasion and knock that one down.
Here's Neesmith. That falls. Nice feed that time from Halliburton. And the Pacers lead by 7.
Really the best result they could have hoped for on that possession. They get back all 3 points they just gave up and are close to putting this thing out of reach. Yeah, that's a great setup. Screen the defender off and let him elevate.
All right, and wasn't the timing ideal? My goodness, the D with no chance to react.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
76ers ball.
The 76ers trail by 5. "56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pacers have gone 5 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter on a roll. And stolen by Drummond. Now the 76ers on the break. On the wing, George, covered by Siakam. Here's Maxey. Another miss by Maxey. A bucket here would give them a bit more room.
True, but no need to rush it. Play smart. Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
The 3 from George. It's rebounded by Indiana. Now, Neesmith. So it's Indiana picking up the win. It was up for grabs right until the final seconds.
Yeah, and for me, Kevin, what stood out is just the overall